It was just another ordinary morning at work when everything shifted. I had just settled into my chair, sipping my first coffee of the day, when two men in suits walked into my office with stern expressions. They introduced themselves as investigators and told me they were there because of an anonymous report. My stomach tightened instantly, though I had nothing to hide. I asked politely what the report was about, but they only said they needed to check everything first. They began opening drawers, flipping through files, and even checking the locked cabinets where I stored confidential documents. My colleagues gathered outside the office, whispering nervously, while I sat still, trying to remain calm. The weight of their presence made it feel like I was already guilty of something, though I couldn't imagine what. Every rustle of paper and every look they exchanged made my heart pound harder. I wondered who could have made the anonymous report. Was it one of my employees, jealous of my position? Was it a competitor trying to damage my reputation? My mind raced with possibilities, and with each passing minute, the fear of losing everything I had worked for grew heavier. I thought of my family, the house we had just bought, and how quickly it could all crumble if these men found something suspicious. One of them opened my bottom drawer and pulled out a small box I had forgotten about. My heart nearly stopped. It wasn't anything illegal, but it wasn't something I wanted anyone to see either. He placed it on the desk and looked at me. My palms started to sweat as I realized what it was. The stack of letters from my late father, hidden away because I could never bring myself to read them all. They opened the box carefully, as though expecting something dangerous. But when they unfolded the first envelope and saw the handwriting, their expressions softened. They asked what the letters were, and I explained in a trembling voice that they were personal family letters, my father's words to me before he passed away. For a moment, the entire room went quiet, and even the air felt heavy with emotion. I could see that they were no longer just investigators. They were men with families, with fathers, with their own hidden stories. They gently placed the letters back in the box, almost respectfully, and looked at me with a different kind of understanding. Whatever anonymous tip they had received, it clearly hadn't led them to what they were expecting. Still, they continued their inspection, opening more cabinets, checking digital files on my computer, but nothing else raised any suspicion. The tension slowly eased, and I could feel my breath coming back. It was strange. What had started as a moment of fear was now turning into something more personal, almost human. After an hour of searching, one of them finally spoke. "We didn't find anything concerning," he said. "But it seems someone wanted us to." His tone carried a hint of warning, suggesting that the anonymous report was likely malicious. My chest tightened again, but this time with anger rather than fear. Someone had tried to set me up. They handed me a document confirming their inspection and advised me to be cautious about the people around me. Their words echoed in my mind, stirring questions I wasn't ready to answer. Who hated me enough to try and destroy my career like this? And why now? When they left, my colleagues rushed in, asking what had happened. I smiled faintly and told them everything was fine, though inside I was still shaken. I didn't mention the letters. Those were mine, too private to share with anyone else. All I knew was that the report hadn't ruined me, but it had revealed how fragile trust in the workplace could be. That night, I took the letters home and finally opened one. My father's words reminded me to stand tall in the face of challenges, to never let others define my worth. It felt like he was speaking directly to me, as if he knew this day would come. From that moment on, I promised myself I wouldn't just be cautious about my enemies. I would also cherish the hidden strengths I carried, even the ones buried in dusty drawers. The inspection had tried to break me, but instead, it gave me back a part of my father I thought I had lost forever.